Hey guys, this is Andrew here. One of the questions I get a lot is, what is a good SAT score? What number am I looking for? And the truth is that there's no such thing as a good or a bad SAT score. There's only what you need to get into the college that you want to go to. For me in high school, a good SAT score was just better than what my friends got. And so basically what I'm saying is that you don't have to get a certain number to prove anything. The SAT is not measuring your intelligence. There are thousands upon millions of people that don't get the highest possible score on the SAT, and they still go to excellent colleges, get a great education. They're still productive members of society. We're not looking for a specific SAT score to measure your intelligence, because the SAT doesn't measure your intelligence. It measures your ability to prepare for and to take the SAT. That is all that it measures. Colleges do look at those scores as a part of their admissions process. So what I want to show you is in this video is how to figure out what SAT score you need to be shooting for, what SAT score you need to get. So there's a couple of different things to consider when you're trying to figure out what a good SAT score is. So let's just say that you live in the state of South Carolina and you want to go to the University of South Carolina. So we're going to Google University of South Carolina SAT scores. And what you're going to get is this little thing at the top that shows you that the reading and writing scores range from 560 to 650, and the math scores range from 560 to 650. So that equates to about an 1120 to a 1300. Now those are the scores for the 25th to 75th percentile. Those are the typical SAT scores. What that means is that the middle 50% of students scored between that 1120 and 1300 mark. So 1/4 of the students that got into USC scored below 1120. And also 1/4 of the students that got in scored above 1300. But the half of the students scored somewhere in between. So that's one thing you would look at. If you're somewhere in the range of 1120 to 1300, you're probably all right as far as admissions go. Excuse me. But another thing that you can look at, especially if the university has like an honors college or something like that, if you just Google the university itself without the SAT scores tacked on the end, you come down here to that university's Wikipedia page. If you scroll down, there's almost all of them have a tab for academics. You can click on that and you can see that the average SAT score was about 1200. So that's within, that makes sense. The middle 50% was 1120 to 1300. So the average is about a 1200. But also you've got the honors college down here. And you can see that the average SAT score for honors college was 1430. Now that doesn't mean that you have to hit 1430 to get into the honors college. I got into the South Carolina Honors College and I did not have a 1430. I had a 1360. So you don't necessarily have to hit that average, because colleges are going to look at a number of different things. Your SAT score is just one part of that, of what the colleges and universities look at as a part of the admissions process. Now, another thing that you may want to consider are scholarships. So I'm still assuming that you're living in the state of South Carolina. You want to go to the University of South Carolina. there are 3 big scholarships that you can get if you are a resident of South Carolina. The big one is the Palmetto Fellows. The next one down is the Life Scholarship, and the next one down is the Hope Scholarship. Now this website here, you can click on a number of different things, and you can read through that information if you have different questions. And I can answer some of those questions for you if you have questions. But just to give you a rundown, the Palmetto Fellows is going to require an SAT score of 1200 or an ACT of 27. You're also going to have a 3.5 GPA or higher and be in the top 6% of your graduating class. That's for the Palmetto Fellows Scholarship. If you're not in the top 6%, you can still qualify with an SAT score of 1400 or ACT score of 32 and a 4.0 GPA. Now, the Palmetto Fellows Scholarship is going to give you $6,700 for your freshman year, and then for your sophomore, junior, and senior year, as long as you're maintaining your GPA in college, you're going to get $7,500 per year for those 3 years. The Life Scholarship is going to require you to have an SAT score of 1100, have a 3.0 GPA, and be in the top 30% of your graduating class. And that scholarship is $5,000 per year. So you have a potential there. If you were to get, if you currently qualify for Life at that 1100 SAT score, if you could get up over 1200, you could potentially qualify for an additional roughly $9,000 over the course of your college career, $9,000 worth of scholarships. So that could be a really big deal with just a 100-point improvement in your SAT score. The final one down there, as far as scholarships go, is the South Carolina Hope Scholarship. That simply just requires a 3.0 GPA in high school, and that would qualify you for $2,800 per year scholarship. So if you currently qualify for the Hope Scholarship, you got a 3.0 GPA, and you maybe have like a 1080 on your SAT or a 1050 or something like that. If you could just get up to that 1100 level, you'd qualify for the Life Scholarship, which would give you an additional $2,200 every year for all 4 years that you're in college. So that's what you're looking at as far as what's a good SAT score. What SAT score do I need to get? You really just you need to know what you're shooting for. You need to know why you want to get a higher score. It could translate to almost $10,000 per year just to get a few more points on your SAT score, depending on where you're at currently. So I hope that helps you guys understand a little better the answer to the question, what's a good SAT score? What SAT score do I need to get? If you've got any questions, feel free to message me directly. Feel free to email me, andrew@besttestscores.com. And go over to besttestscores.com and jump on the email list. At least check out the courses that are available. And look forward to working with you and helping you get your best score yet.